Lads, what's going on? How's everyone doing?
All good, my bro. All
I've
good. How are
started
you?
recording, by the way,
Hey,
just so you guys know.
hey, Carlos Baliba to United in Jesus' name.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but
Don't be bad
you know what I
vibes.
mean. You can dream.
Yeah, literally, man.
Don't be bad vibes, please.
No, I'm
I
not being
see your
bad
fans
vibe.
comparing him to Caicedo and that. That's crazy to
Nah,
me,
nah, nah.
fam.
He's not yet
I
there
heard it's
yet.
better.
Huh?
You heard? Have you not seen?
Better at what? What's he better at?
Exactly. Yeah. Answering that question. Oh, okay. You know, I just clip what you did. Your job. You took that bait, though.
Yeah,
All right, lads. Yeah, thank you very much for joining for sure. Obviously, this is my first episode that I've recorded with guests, so hopefully it goes well. Anyway, I should say.
having us, man.
Yeah. So let me just start off by introduce. Actually, no. I'm just gonna introduce you guys. Obviously, my name is Emmanuel. I got Jeff here. I got AJ. I'm not sure if I should call him by his full government name.
Hey, yes,
But
you should. I'm a changed man.
I was about to call you by the other name, but I'll
No,
keep it in the chat.
no.
We keep it in the chat. We're
That
not
one's
gonna
for
do
that
that.
one's for the group
But yeah,
chat.
lads, listen, it's still the transfer window. How's everyone feeling so far? I'm gonna start with you, Jeff, because I know you guys are the £1 billion boys.
Criminals.
I'm not sure how much you guys have spent so far, but you know what? Yeah, I've had a look at your team. You know what? Yeah, actually no. I'll leave that to you. What do you think so far?
No, the window's been good, you know. The window's been good. Like I think we've addressed our main areas of concern. We've got a few more players to bring in who we've been linked to, but I think for the most part, we got the business done early. You know, we needed a proper number 9. Liam Delap came in. João Pedro can play multifunctional role, so that's good. We needed a left winger. Gittins is here. Is the Esteval, his transfer was done before. So the window's been good. And my main concern with the window is actually outgoings. Like there's so many people, there's so many players that we need to get out. I'm cool on the incomings. Like it is all right, we've done well. But my main concern is actually just getting out all the players who you don't need, you know. When was the last time you heard of Ben Chilwell, Sterling, Disasi, just
Yeah,
Carney,
man.
Chukwuemeka,
Ain't seen
guys
them
like
boys on the team sheet in a while, to be honest.
yeah,
So
man.
it's
Guys like
true.
that, I just think we need to get out of, have a fresh start. Let them start their career, restart their career elsewhere, and let us focus on the 25, 26-man squads we've got without any distractions, without using loan spots for them. So yeah, I'm happy with the window, man. I want Simons to come in. Not sure about Garnacho, but yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that because the news on Simmons came about, I think, a week or two ago,
Been
and
like
I
3
haven't
weeks
actually seen
ago. Yeah.
anything so far. I mean, because usually you guys would do your business quick.
Yeah.
So this one I'm a bit confused with what's going on.
It's
Do you know anything about that one?
yeah, it's we need to make sales first, innit? Because I don't know if you lot saw, but we got like it's not a ban, but UEFA fined us basically. So because we qualified for like the Champions League and stuff, you have to comply by different rules to
Rules
what the
exactly
Premier
that.
League.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so basically what we have to do is one in, one out. One player from our A list in the UEFA squad, so that's like the main players essentially, not the academy players,
Yeah.
um, has to come out for one player to be registered. So if we bring in Simons, that's because Nkunku's gone or Jackson's gone. We could
Okay.
buy
Okay.
Simons
Makes
today,
sense.
but then teams are going to be like, well, now you definitely need to sell in it. So they're going to start lowballing us. You know how it goes. So it's just trying to get the sale done, essentially. Sales done for Nkunku and Jackson, and then bringing in Simons and hopefully not Garnacho, but it looks like
Uh,
man. Looks like
take
I mean, from what I've read, you guys kind of want him, but I'm not exactly sure why.
it's
Um,
you know, Chelsea and opportunities because we think he's going to be available for low. Like we want 30 million for him,
nah,
so we want
I
to
don't
buy
think
him for
United
30
will sell him
million.
for that.
Yeah, if United start saying 60, I don't think the deal will happen. But because of what's happened with Anarim, because Garnacho really wants to come to Chelsea, like we know United want to get rid of him basically, innit? So yeah, we're just looking for the opportunity. The same way Barca got Rashford, what, loan and option to buy. I think that's what Chelsea are looking for, like something exactly like that.
Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, I've had a look at your squad. Well, if I was a Chelsea fan, the only sort of places that would be my main concern is the back four.
And
Or
keep.
not even the back four per se, because left back will sort themselves, right back will sort themselves. I
Yeah,
think the two centre backs and maybe your keeper.
yeah. No,
And right now you got an injury to Finn as well. What's his name?
Cole.
Kodo. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think you guys will buy any sort of centre backs now, or
I don't
you're
think
gonna
so,
keep
you
what you
know.
have?
I think Maresca probably wants someone because like he came out and said after I think it was the Milan game, like I I think we should go into the market essentially. But I don't think Chelsea, like, because the directors are the ones that make the decisions on transfers. I don't think Chelsea will buy anyone. So I think certain players are gonna have to step up. Badiashile is injured, but he'll come back and probably play that role. Josh Achampong is there, young player, really good. So he'll step into that role. Hopefully Fofana can keep fit. Tosin still there. We've actually got a lot of players, but yeah, I do think that's probably the main area of concern. I kept thinking we should buy someone to partner Colwell because you can't trust Fofana. I don't rate Chalobah enough to be a starter, stuff like that. But we'll see. And keeper, I mean, we wanted Manyan, but didn't happen. Sanchez is actually like a good shot stopper. It's with the ball that he just loses his mind. But these days, we've been seeing him just kick it long. Don't play out the back, just kick it long. You've got João Pedro there now, 6'2", 6'3", can win his headers. You've got Delap there. He's a bully. So I guess that's also going to work in his favour a bit.
Okay. Nah, I do get you on that one. AJ, I'll bring you into this one. Obviously, United, you guys went into the window. I'm not sure what your plan was. Were you just looking for attacking players, trying to get some midfielders in, any defenders?
They're
Because
playing
obviously,
FIFA. That's what they're playing.
you already know you need solid defenders because you cannot really trust Martinez if he's always injured. You got
Mm.
Maguire, you know,
No.
he's been
You
okay.
can't trust Martinez because he doesn't meet a certain height threshold. Okay.
Let's not
Name,
talk about the height.
no.
It's just that he's always injured. You know?
Name me a top club, yeah, whose centre back is the same height as the right wingers.
Yeah, it's meant still.
Barely.
But
There's quite a few in
why is
between.
my centre back just scraping 5'9"? Like, you've got strikers like Haaland in the league, but this is who we're buying to combat with that. We've seen Haaland jump and fly kick footballs above 6 foot so and so centre backs, but Martinez is who we should be buying. And who should we be playing? Cheers.
I mean, you got what's his name as well? Euro.
Don't get me wrong, yeah, but Euro's it's a lot of pressure to go and throw on a 19, probably 19 slash maybe 20-year-old. Like in my head, that's a young boy. Do you get it? So
Yeah, I mean,
go
you
and
can
tell
say the same
him,
thing about Heaven
yeah,
as
to
well.
go
So
and tell
you're
him,
right.
by the way, we've bought you from League 1, come to the Premier League and deal with the problems that we've had. Come and save us from the problems we've had defensively with Maguire, with Varane, with Lindelof. Come and be the new star. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous ask. I can't think of a centre back his age that's been expected to carry out the things that he's been expected to carry out, especially having come from what we would consider the quote unquote Farmers League. It's ridiculous. I'm not saying he's not talented, but you've got to sort of ease him into the team. Don't tell him, yeah, go and be our new main man ahead of the £80 million fridge that we signed from Leicester. So
No, what you said is
defensively,
what you thought.
it's a horror show. And I've always said it. Teams that play three at the back are teams that are insecure regarding their centre backs. The teams that, for instance, the first time I saw it being implemented in really, really top levels was England using the free centre back system. And we've known England to have crap centre backs. Because when our centre backs were on point, when it was John Terry, when it was Rio Ferdinand, when it was who's that, Tim Cahill, when it was serious centre backs, we done a 4-man step at the back. We let our centre backs be centre backs and let our fullbacks be fullbacks. It's none of this. We want a Kyle Walker who's a right back playing centre back, a Luke Shaw playing centre back in a free. Like, we don't want that's showing you we don't have the personnel. So the
You're
3-man centre back
mentioning Luke
stuff,
Shaw, and the guy's barely
cannot
even
stand
active.
it. Cannot stand the 3-man centre back thing because it just shows us we haven't got the right utensils for the job that we want to go and carry out. So defensively, horror show. Absolutely. We've got Mazraoui starting to play as one of the third centre. Like, what are we doing? He is a fullback. You was at Bayern Munich, one of the best clubs in the world, playing right back. Now you've come to Manchester United, we're telling you to play centre back. Doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. So yeah, no, defensively horror show. So I would have been very, very happy if we went into the transfer window looking at that Sporting Lisbon centre back. I think it's Inacio,
Yeah.
the Portuguese brother. Yeah, I would have been so happy. Things like that, or when Amarin's come over. First of all, I don't understand how, as a manager, you were so great over in the Portuguese league, but then when coming out of that league and going to a Premier League club, you've got zero pulling power from the players that you used to manage. That doesn't make sense.
We
Either
snatched Quenda off you lot.
say that again, sorry.
We snatched Giovanni Quenda. Gyökeres
Bro, it
didn't
don't
come.
make sense. It doesn't like like if someone was to come from like a failing small club, yeah, but they've got stars in that club, you expect that manager to be able to bring him to the big club that he's moving to. Because those are the players that got him essentially the big money move. We haven't been able to do that with Amarin. I don't understand. First of all, there's too much negative things to come out of my mouth about this Manchester United club that I'm supposed to love so hard. Because tell me why you've got a club where you've not got the utensils to carry out the system that you want to carry out, but you will force it. And instead of being an adaptable manager, like great managers are, that will find themselves in this situation and use tactics, use their brain, use their managing and football IQ to think, you know what? I haven't got the utensils to go and make this happen. So I'm going to do the best with what I have. He refused. He's stubborn. He dug his heels in like a toddler and said, you know what? We're going to do it this way. And if we lose every single game. But next season will be. Why are we doing that? Like, why is that a manager's ethos? Like, that's ridiculous. But we was able to go and grab three what I would consider really good. I'm not going to call them world class. I'm not going to call them world beaters, but three really good attackers in comparison to what we've had. In my opinion, we've let one of our best assets go on loan twice, Rashford, because when Manchester United have played very, very well, it's only been down to him and Martial. When we've been the team that's gone and won those little titles that we don't even like to come and champion and rant and rave about too tough, Rashford's having 30 goal seasons, being called one of the best forwards in the world. But then we go and get rid of him because, I don't know, one manager has passed on information to the next manager saying, oh, by the way, you don't really work hard. Like, imagine Amarin hasn't even managed you, but you've got the notion that he's a crap trainer and a crap worker and you don't want him in your team. You've not even had him to utilize him to the best of his ability outside of what the previous managers told you. And you've just dashed him on loan. So you've come over with no players. You've got rid of star players. You can't bring over your star players. It's great being a United fan, man. But what are we? The phrase
I
is we are
mean,
Man United. That is the phrase. We are Man United.
the thing is, yeah, I don't think it's all duck and gloom though.
Do you
Because
know
like
why?
you mentioned, you've got three good attacking players now. So
Okay,
your
but
your
every
attacking phase
everybody
is
here has
so
played
set.
football. Everybody's here has played football. If we're doing the whole play from the back thing, if we can't transition the ball from centre back to midfield to striker, was those three signers even worthwhile? Because unless we're doing Stoke City and lumping it up to Sesko and asking these two new forwards to play off of him, our midfield can't get him the ball because we've only got one. That's a lie. We've got very good midfielders. How they're going to be utilised, I don't know. Kobe Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes in a two-man pivot, that doesn't sound great to me.
Hey, I want to speak to you about this actually. That midfield, yeah, like the way it's composed is great. Like none of them work well with each other. Bruno and Casemiro, like I don't think that's enough legs.
No.
Bruno and
Casemiro, imagine, so cool. One of the best, we are Man United, one of the best clubs in the world. When Casemiro was leaving Real Madrid, nobody was after him. But Manchester United pumped up and we're going to go and bring this Champions League winner, this crunching midfielder, bearing in mind La Liga pace and Premier League pace, two different paces.
yeah.
Nobody wanted him. Manchester United said, you know what, let's be smart. Let's go and give this guy an amazing payout at the end of his career and let's go and take him on board. Don't get me wrong, Casemiro gave us glimpses in the beginning, but the Premier League is like 80% athleticism, 20% talent. Like everybody has to be a workhorse. The game is getting younger and younger. You've got 100 million Caicedo. How old is he? Like what? 22?
23.
23 years old. You're gonna tell me that someone 10 years his senior is supposed to keep up with him in that midfield? Let's be
Not
realistic.
many can. Not many can.
He's one of the best DMs on the planet. I give him that. I listen. It must be nice to be a Chelsea fan at this moment.
It's all right, man. It's all right. We're aiming higher, you know. We're not resting on our laurels, you know. Club World Cup, it was calm. Conference League, it was calm. Like, what's next? That's what I'm on.
You know, I don't want to hate. Like I said before, Conference League, we don't really count that as like, you know what I mean, any
Boy,
sort of
everyone's gonna
major
start
trophy.
counting it
But
now. That's the Super Bowl, bro.
Hey, hold on. That's what I was
no,
gonna
no, you
say.
cannot say that because you guys just played your B team. Like you say your B team
When?
throughout that whole
Oh, the
tournament.
Conference League.
Yeah, Conference League. You just
Oh,
play
I
your
thought
whole.
you were saying Club World
So
Cup.
like, you know what? Yeah, I'll come to that later on. But like AJ, from what I'm hearing, it's just all bad news that in Manchester. But like, come on now, like I need something. You know what I mean? Something different, something positive.
Something positive. Bruno Fernandes,
Yeah,
one of the best tens on the planet. That's all I can say.
you know that's not what I'm talking about. Right? Let just put that aside.
All
Right?
right, cool. So moving.
Cool.
But what am I excited about? I'm excited to see Sesko
Yeah.
put these centre backs to work because obviously we've all seen clips of him. We've all
Mm.
we've all seen what he's been capable prior to even this transfer rumors between him and Arsenal and him and Man United before the season. Like we've all known Sesko to be Sesko. So his athleticism is something that I probably am looking forward to seeing if Man United utilize. But in an ideal scenario, he would have like let's say would be playing a 4-2-3-1. So you've got three creators behind him. Or would be playing 4-3-3, where we've got a 10 and two wingers creating for him. Now in this three flat 4-2-1, the two number 10s, I don't know how much I don't know how it's gonna work because Mbeumo's not a 10. He's an out and out winger.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
asking him to now to come and carry out the intricacies of a number 10 like a Cole Palmer will, or like a Phil Foden should obviously when he's at his best is able to, like, or a Wirtz is who's been brought into Liverpool. That you can't ask a winger to come and play number 10 just because he scored 20 goals in the Premier League the season prior. He's a goal scoring winger, not a number 10. Cunha, different story. He is
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
would
Yeah. No.
call
No.
the closest thing you'd get to maybe Bobby Firmino. So that is his role. How it's gonna work between my thing is the ball transitioning from the midfield to those two tens and the striker. Because if you've got Bruno Fernandes in there who spams chaos passes, but a lot of the time he gets on the edge of the box and he scores from having lumped it up and then been able to get the team up the pitch. That's the only thing that I think can work. His link up play with Sesko, I'm hoping it's Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland esque. That's what I'm hoping. Whether that comes into
I mean
fruition,
that
I haven't.
those are big hopes. Those are big hopes. But you know what? Yeah. Okay. So with that in mind, how do you rate your club's transfer window so far? Then.
Um, it's lackluster. You're painting over cracks, and the cracks are humongous. You've got
Mm.
three great forwards, but conceding goals was our problem. I was looking at it maybe 2 days ago, and we conceded way too many goals. If I look again, I'm sure it's like 60 plus goals we conceded, and we scored 44. That's a deficit of 20 odds, yeah. But tell me, goal scoring is our problem, but goal conceding is a bigger problem. So yeah, we can score more goals, and then we'll even out our goal difference. But how many points is that salvaging in the league? I can't imagine it's more than 10 if we start scoring more. 10 points, I checked it, take us from 15th to 13th. That's still the second page as everyone considers it. So instead of addressing, like for instance, this Carlos Baleba transfer news, I would love for it to be the case, and I would love for it to be the second coming of Caicedo. Weak wishes, the hopeful wishes. I want us to have a back four. Until we start using a back four, it's very, very hard for me to think of Manchester United as, you know what, I have a lot of faith in this team because a back four and a midfield three will address our transition issues. Because you can have a DM and two eights, and that is more one eight, 110. That sounds more sensible for the kind of football that Manchester United have always played. Now, if Amarin wants to implement, I never watched him over at Sporting Lisbon, and I wasn't excited for him to come over from Sporting Lisbon because I'm not throwing shade at Gyökeres, but the same season, I mean, the same league where Darwin Núñez looked like a bagsman, he's come to the Premier League and he's been washed up. So I don't really rate the Portuguese league for its quality. I can't, other than Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo, I can't think of amazing Portuguese players players that have come from the Portuguese league. I can't think of any. Like you've got João Felix, who wasn't able to burn as bright as he should have, and
Di Maria.
if you wait to come with Benfica to Madrid, Fairs.
Yeah,
I'd say that's a different generation of
we're
ball,
gonna
though,
have to
isn't it?
say the same thing about João Felix then, because obviously he went to Atletico before we came to
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Are you talking like a straight transfer?
Yeah, to the Prem.
Ah,
It's the top of my head, obviously Bruno, right?
To buy from what I'm thinking about, it's a risky league to be purchasing from because
there's okay. It depends on how you look at it. If you look at what's the word, objectively, if you look at the player in isolation. So let me just bring was Victor Gyökeres, like you mentioned, in isolation. You compared him to Núñez, but Gyökeres have been scoring goals there for the past 3 seasons. Núñez was doing that for 1 season. So obviously Gyökeres got a body of work whereby you can see that this guy is a goal scorer. Even before he went to Sporting Portugal, he was already scoring goals.
Where's
granted. Sorry?
Scoring goals in Championship.
Yes, you play for when I was playing for Coventry in the Championship. But then again, the guy has always been a goal scorer. If you look at the sort of goals he scores in the box or in and around the box, it's sort of different to what Darwin Núñez was doing. I think with Núñez, it's just about like the confidence, like for him. I think he's actually lost his confidence in front of goal, which is actually killing him.
His confidence is shattered.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and obviously as a striker, you need a confidence.
Man. Yeah,
and when it's gone, it's gone. But yeah, at the same time, from what I've seen from Gyökeres alone, for the 2 games he's played, I can see what he can actually bring to that to my team anyway.
Do you reckon he's tidy?
You know what?
You reckon he's tidy enough as a player for Arsenal?
Yeah, link up play, because I saw it in the last game. If you look at the like second goal we scored when Saka scored, the link up play between him and Martin Odegaard alone, when he came shot for the ball alone, that's what literally set up the goal. But yeah, like I don't want to digress, but what's good when you mentioned the amount of goals United scored, I actually went back to look. You guys scored how many goals?
In the Prem, I'm sure.
I've lost it again. Like 44 goals,
Still.
right?
Absolutely.
In the league, and you conceded 54. So obviously you basically had a goal difference of -10. So when you mentioned your defense, it was leaking goals, yes. But again, you've not actually mentioned your keeper. From from all the players you bought. You decided not to go for a keeper.
That one is like common sense. We even played against Fiorentina and we saw our ex being great. Yeah, we saw our ex in David De Gea. Yeah, just doing goalkeeper stuff, and then I've got this lemon in my goal, where.
So basically, what I see is that what you're saying is you guys would need to still strengthen, right, in the window.
Yeah, but Donnarumma doesn't want to come, man. He's just using us for.
I'm not sure if that's the case. I'm not sure if you guys have actually gone in for him, but
no, but I just believe he. You know, when a player flirts with other clubs just so his team can act right. But saying that, PSG actually went and bought a goalie, so I don't think PSG are playing games with him. I think he's himself in. But then, with that being said, if now every other club in the league is more attractive as a goalie, you don't want to go to a team where the defense is leaking goals. Like to know that that's
If
the
you're a good
scenario.
goalkeeper, I'm sure you can still back
United
yourself.
got Pool though, man. United got Pool. Like
Yeah, well,
Newcastle are better than you lot right
and
now. But
Newcastle literally,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's a
Like
prime example
United got
between you guys
Pool.
and Newcastle.
Yeah,
Players
but
are gonna think, I want to
okay,
be part of
be
like making United great again.
yeah, but considering the team you've just compared us to, yeah, if Man City say, yeah, cool, because I've seen it, Man City have said, you know what, we would love to, we will take on board Donnarumma, but it's only dependent on whether we get rid of Edison. So if
Listen,
they
yeah,
are able to shift Edison and City say Donnarumma slide, I swear on everything I love, he'd have to let me know of his dealer if he decides to come to United opposed to going to Manchester City. Because that doesn't make no sense. Ryan Shirky made
I
the
hear
right.
that.
He went.
I think we've actually lost Agent. I'm not surprised. He's literally in the car then. But Jeff, what's good? There's one thing I actually also wanted to ask you. I think we've already actually no, we've not actually spoken about it. Who is the key player that you can actually afford to lose this season?
Key player to lose, like what, to injury or transfer? Or...
Yeah, like to injury. Like
it's happened,
what key
bro.
player you cannot afford to lose?
It's happened already. We've lost him. Colwell, I'm telling you, yeah, the way we play,
You
for
think
us,
so?
yeah, for us to progress the ball and stuff like that, it starts with him. He's the organizer because we invert one fullback into the back three and one fullback into midfield or further up. He's like the central centre back, so he's organizing everything. I genuinely think it's going to be a huge miss. Like, it's easy to say Palmer, it's easy to say Caicedo, but no one in our team can do what Colwell does at all. And like, just like, he was getting so much better towards the end of the season. He started really well, then he had a bit of a dip, then he got better. But that's our main defender, main centre back. So it's happened. Genuinely, like, I was rattled when I heard that news because, like, you even saw in the Club World Cup, like, he's making strides. Like, this is someone that should be starting for England in a year at the World Cup. But yeah, I think we've lost a key player. Then of course you've got Palmer, Caicedo. Yeah, the way he plays, like the way he goes in for tackles and just contorts his body. Every game he goes down, and I'm scared. Today's his ACL, but it hasn't happened. So him too. But no, Colwell's gonna be a huge miss, bro. Like a huge miss. I don't think people understand.
I mean, from what I've seen, I don't think you guys have a left-sided what's centre back
It's
who's
Badiashile
left-footed.
and then Jorel Hato, but I wouldn't play him centre back.
I
He's
mean,
not centre.
yeah, that reminds me. You guys actually signed Hato as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he can play as a centre back.
But he's 6 foot. Like, he's not good in the air either. You see how Mark Gurr, he's like 6 foot, but he's okay in the air. He'll win his duel.
Yeah.
Hato's not really like that, so he has to play left back. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. What's good? AJ, I was literally asking Jeff what key player that the club could not afford to lose to injury.
You, Man United.
What would yours be? Like for
Bruno
Man U.
Fernandes.
I think it was kind of obvious. I was gonna say that to you.
Hey, if that man gets injured, like I've told you, I'm going to support PSG. Do you understand?
I mean, we've already seen that already, so you don't even need to bring that back.
If I
But the
can't
thing is, yeah,
do you know how mad it is that I can't imagine Manchester United without Bruno Fernandes? Do you know? I don't. How many goals did he contribute towards last season? For me to now come and say,
he probably
yeah,
did. There's quite a lot of goal contribution there for sure.
that man. I think I like him as much as I like my partner. Like, he's serious.
I like
This man.
Hey, I don't think your partner would like to hear that, but hey,
I'm sorry. It's Bruno Fernandes. It's Bruno.
how you say that?
It's Bruno.
You know what? Yeah, I don't think I've spoken much about my club. What's called Arsenal. I'm gonna go ahead and answer the same questions I've asked you guys anyway. In terms of the transfer window so far, I'll give Arsenal a B plus. Why? Because we've actually addressed the players that we actually bought. We've addressed where we actually needed to buy. In terms of midfield, because we actually lost 2 midfielders. number 5, and we lost, Uncle Jorginho as well. So we bringing in Norgard and obviously Zubimendi. I think we've actually done well with that. In terms of wingers, which we actually needed a bit of depth. You could say Noni is not your cup of tea, but you know what? Looking at him,
No,
I
I'm not.
think Arteta.
I'll
Huh?
tell you for free. Noni Madueke is a very good football player. Okay,
Thank you.
he most definitely takes up that left wing, even though he's left-footed. And I was going to say, yeah, it doesn't make sense having left foot, and I realized Barcelona do it today.
Yeah, but I mean,
They've got
Rafinha
Rafinha on one
is a
side
different type
and
of
Lamine on
player.
the other side. You've got one who's an out-and-out winger, and he's happy to go to the byline, cross or Ross it, like shoot across goal.
Yeah.
Like that would be Madueke. And then you've got Saka. I'm not comparing Saka to Lamine, but I'm saying Saka will be the winger of the two that is cutting in, because his right foot is just a hammer, cutting in and doing those intricate passes with Odegaard and then getting his shots off. That's what he'd be on doing. So to be fair, there's no such thing as Madueke not being people's cup of tea, because as a winger,
Oh, no, I mean, I was just saying in general, but obviously me personally, I like the signing. Me personally, I like the signing because obviously I can see what we can actually get from him. He had like a brief sort of like a 20 minutes game, and I was like, obviously he played on the left, and I was like, you know what, I can see what he can actually bring.
yeah,
Everyone knows was that he can beat a man. I think that was what we actually like on that left hand side. I mean, with
yeah,
Martinelli playing, there's sometimes he struggles to actually beat a man, and I don't think that is his game anyway, because his game is more like the 1-2 boy in behind, he's running through, and if you want him to beat his man, I think actually no, 5 times out of 5, you probably 5 times out of 10 you probably lose the ball 5 times,
then
which is kind of
yeah.
50-50,
As
but
a forward, that ratio is way too high. It's way too high.
yeah. Well, for Gabby.
Yeah, but yeah,
Martinelli, you
it's
saying?
way,
I mean,
yeah.
you know what? I'll bring it down to, let's say, like 30%.
No,
Because
you was correct.
sometimes
No, you was correct. That the problem is
what
that
50,
you was
50,
correct.
what 50 out of 10?
Yeah,
What
I'll say
50 out of 100?
out of 50. Yeah, 5 out of 10 times he'll do something productive. The other 5,
Yeah. I mean, maybe he would. It's like I think with him, we've kind of I think Arteta's system has taken away from his game.
He has.
Why? Because he doesn't have no one to link up with on that left hand side. He's so far wide that our left back, obviously playing inverted.
yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no
Who,
one going on the outside of him to try to link up with him. So it's like sometimes everything in.
He's not a touchline
So,
winger, man.
nah, he's not. I don't think he is. But I think right now what Arteta has done so far this preseason, what I've seen for the last 2 games, is he's playing him more of an inside forward rather than him staying out wide.
Yeah.
Which is working, because then that's what happened with the second goal we scored against Athletic Club. Him coming infield, running in behind with him and Saka as well. And I think Arteta playing a new sort of system whereby Rice is not playing as a 8 anymore. He's playing more of 2-6-6, like with
Yeah, like
Zubi
a
and
pivot,
Rice
yeah.
playing a bit more holding, and Rice playing more like a deep line playmaker in between the centre backs. So I think, yeah, obviously a lot of Arsenal fans were saying Arteta's system is too obvious.
But don't you
It's
reckon?
too stagnant. But I think,
Even
yeah, he's changing that one.
don't you
Sorry?
reckon, as a winger, he should be able to do both? Like he's not a David Beckham and Ryan Giggs type winger. He's a modern day football player, so you should be able to do both. You should be
But
able
what
to.
I've realized, bare players have deficiencies. Because I think the same about Garnacho. If you give Garnacho the ball and his fullbacks ahead of him 1v1, Garnacho's losing the battle more time, bro. Like, let's be real. You've seen that week in, week out. I'm going to see that for my club. But it's like, because of his movement, because of the fact that like he gets into dangerous positions,
Yeah.
that's his niche. So it's like, you have to ensure when you're playing him that if you put him in them conditions where he can sort of move a bit, he can run in behind, he can get shots off. Like that's what Garnacho does, and it's the same with Martinelli. Like I
Mm.
realized every footballer has like they have what they're good at. Not all of them are like all rounders in it. And
No, it's
yeah,
true. And I think it's down to the manager to actually to get the
yeah,
best
man.
out of the
Like
player.
Jackson. If you want to spin your centre back, Jackson's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
But he plays as a striker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, his
He doesn't
finishing
finish
ability
the
ain't there either.
chances that he should.
Yeah.
So even Rice is a central midfielder, but he can tackle well. He can carry the ball well. He's not like a proper passer. So he needs someone beside him to do that. Like he's also got his deficiencies. It's just, yeah,
I feel like
football, man.
I feel like from Arsenal and from where they want to go and where the standard that they hold themselves to, it's sort of borderline not okay for you to have
What
forwards
do you mean?
that's
You're
the
gonna have to elaborate.
So, for instance, cool. You see, like, if we also go and talk about, like, for instance, the fact you want Rodrigo, yeah, he would be ideal for Arsenal because his deficiencies aren't in the fact that he's a one system person or a one stroke player. Like, you ask him to do the intricacies with the combination and play with the midfielder, he's 100% capable. You ask him to go and beat his man, he's 100% capable. Now, most forwards, those need to be your bread and butter. They need to. Because as a winger, that is literally your job. You either beat your player or you get the ball into other dangerous positions. I can't think of many wingers at not top flight, but the upper echelon of footballs clubs. They don't have those kind of players in their rosters. And Martinelli's not Arteta's player. I feel like he's sort of being carried by the fact that you've not been able to. Or I don't know. I feel like you guys have stuck with him when you shouldn't have. Because there's loads of players that are the profile for Arsenal that you lot are capable of attracting, but you've been happy with the fact that you've got Martinelli. Like you heard on Arsenal fan TV, obviously it's a super exaggeration, but they were saying they'd rather have Martinelli than Mbappe on the left wing.
I'm not sure who you said about.
Hey, that's Arsenal
Whoever
fans
said
for
that
you,
needs to
man. That's
recheck.
Arsenal fans.
Nah,
They're
let's
loyal.
not use
No.
AFTV
Arsenal fans are
put
loyal.
all Arsenal fans under the same umbrella. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a lot. Trust me, I've heard a lot of absurd stuff, but let's put that aside.
What do you think of your window, though? Because I saw
Yeah, I
Ben,
mean,
Leao, Rodrigo.
exactly what I was saying before. Like, obviously, as a B plus, because obviously, ideally, I would want a left winger, but I see why we signed. What was his name? Also,
Noni.
was it Noni? So that's why I give it a B plus. And then, well, one of the main reasons was because obviously we actually needed a striker, and I think we've actually addressed that. And knowing that Havertz is not like an out striker, even though he did a good job for us, because scoring like
I think had he not got injured, because he got injured while you weren't playing him, innit?
Yeah. And I think he actually had
That hurt you.
9 what's called league goals that season.
Yeah, I think that
Which
really
was
hurt
still good for someone that obviously missed
him, a
half of the
striker.
season anyway. Yeah, so looking at the players we've signed, Gyökeres, I believe, will actually do well.
I hope he does.
It's just a matter of getting the monkey off his back, as in getting his first league goal.
God forbid. I hope.
And and I'm hoping it's against Manchester United over the weekend, which we'll come back to, but I'm not going to talk too much about that one.
Do you know
But
what's mad? Do you know what's mad? Arsenal took our main target as a forward, and United took Arsenal's main target. But why?
I mean, it's kind of 50-50, because I'm not sure if we're all in with Benjamin's thing, like
That's
Sesko.
why it took so long. Arteta wanted Sesko.
No, I don't think that was the case. I think it was just a case whereby Andre Berta was just trying to, work both sides and see what deal will actually make sense. Because there's no way Arsenal were going to pay 80 million for Benjamin Sesko. The guy hasn't really scored that many goals.
I do think Arteta
justify
preferred Sesko, though, because of Gyökeres. Listen, he scored a great header
No. I'm not even talking about that goal. I'm just talking about like the whole.
But the way
like,
he
work of body,
plays,
you know what I mean? Like
the
body
way
of
he,
work.
Arsenal
I-
S.
I- yeah, the way Gyökeres plays is like you guys are gonna have to put through balls early in behind for
And we
him.
needed that though. That's one thing that killed us last season in transition.
Yeah,
We didn't score enough goals in transition. There's so many chances. There's so many like phases of the game whereby we actually won the ball and we could have put the ball in behind, but we decided to do like a short pass. So now it's different.
It's because
You get me?
he didn't have a Gyökeres last season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we've got him. Hence why I'm actually happy with that signing. And I think we signed what's called like a defender as well, Mosquera.
Mosquera, he's really good.
He looks very good so
He's
far.
so good. I want to do
And-
my Chelsea. He's good.
He's very, and from what I'm hearing, they are saying that he's ready to actually put in some sort of competition to actually start in league games.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
know what?
So if that's how they actually rating him,
Yeah,
I'm actually happy. So yes, so far with sorry the age, but I'll let you talk. But so far with Arsenal's window, I'm actually happy with it. But ideally, can we let go of some players and maybe bring in like a left winger? Let's see. That because right now I think we need to sell before we can actually bring in.
What's
a player.
happening with Eze? I saw there was bare links and then it just went down.
Right. So from what I read, right, well, it wasn't like there wasn't any sort talks between us and the club. It's just whereby we actually would like him,
You're
but we have
interested.
been
Yeah.
going ahead and putting in sort of talks to see, you know what I mean? So if let's say Spurs and, having
Palace.
a chat with Palace, then fair enough. But ideally, I think the player, I mean, cool. Looking at it, Eze, I don't think he would like to play as a left winger anyway. Ideally, even if he was to come in, he would have. My guess is Arteta would have played him as part of the what's it called 10, maybe. If let's say Martin Odegaard was injured, but then again, that wouldn't make sense. That would stunt what's his name's growth?
Nwaneri.
Even Nwaneri's growth.
Yeah.
Because obviously we've been looking to play him as a 10 now. So hence why I get why we haven't gone in for another attacking player like him. Because I think if this season he's ready to play that 10.
He's
Last
good.
season, I
love
don't think he
I
was.
love him. He's an amazing football player.
Yeah. Because
He's
last
good.
season I actually don't think he was, but now I think he is. So looking at Arsenal's overall dealings in the window and the whole squad, I think we've actually got a strong squad to actually go ahead and challenge for the title, which I'll come to next anyway. With Jeff, obviously, looking at your team, right? I
Yeah.
think last season you guys were putting in some sort of a challenge. Let's say during the first half of the season. You see, I'm playing in Colts.
Yeah.
During the first half of the season, like, what do you think? Where exactly do you think your team is right now this season? Are they going to challenge for the title, or do you think it's a top 4 finish?
I want to debunk the myth that people are now saying we're title challengers. We're not. We're genuinely not. And it hurts me to say this, but I need to be honest with myself. Last season, we did really well in the beginning. We sort of surprised teams. Teams then realized, you know what? They're scoring bare goals on the counter. Let's just sit back. Then we went through a horrid run. Jackson barely scored. Palmer barely scored. We had injuries. It just wasn't working. This season now, we've got better profiles, better players, but I just don't think we're good enough because I want people to realize this. 3 games changed the discourse around Chelsea. If we didn't beat Nottingham Forest, we might not be in Champions League. If we didn't win the Conference League, then it looks crazy that we haven't won the Conference League. If we didn't beat PSG in the final, no one's going to think, oh, Chelsea are that good. 3 games, if you're a good team, I don't think 3 games should change that much for you. It shouldn't swing like that. But 3 games for us swung it. Like the last day of the season, we still hadn't got Champions League secured. I don't think, and the signings we've made, cool. I would say João Pedro is overall better than Jackson. I would say Gittins, Madueke, similar level. We've now lost Levi Colwell, but some of our players have made big jumps. Like Caicedo's made a jump, Enzo's been better. I just don't think they've made that big of a jump where we're now challenging. I don't think so at all. I think it's good. We need to build on it. There's still holes in the team. Sanchez, if Sanchez wants to become Courtois this season, maybe we have a chance. If Wesley Fofana can sort out his knees and stay fit, then maybe. But yeah, I don't think we're challengers at all. I think we're a good fourth, good maybe third. Like we'll be in the top four for sure. I don't think we're gonna drop below that, but I just don't think we're there yet. Like the team's still inexperienced, and as I said, like the last day of the season, if we didn't get Champions League football, like no one's talking about us. No one, I cared more about getting Champions League than winning the Club World Cup or winning the Conference League. So Cole scored a goal. Now we're in the Champions League, but if he didn't, then boy, yeah, I don't think that's a sign of a great team. To challenge, you have to be a great team. To be top four, you're a good team. I think we're still a good team transitioning to great, but yeah, I don't think we're ready, to be honest.
You know what I actually want to say about that, right? Obviously, this is not what I was wondering for indicative of all Chelsea fans, but from the discourse I've seen on whatever platform, it's like Chelsea fans do think you guys do have the best midfield and best attack. Let me just play it quite plain. So if I'm looking at it from that angle, they think that, hence why some Chelsea fans are even saying that you guys are finishing second and Arsenal wouldn't even finish in the top four. I'm not sure what sort of what's called what's the I mean for analysis that is based on, but and the amount of money you guys have spent, right, until now, like to say you guys are not ready to challenge for the title, I'm kind of a bit, I
Hey,
don't know, 50-50 on that one. But
I
then
get
again,
you.
you are the only one that's been honest, I
No,
believe,
I
anyway.
get you,
You hear
but
me?
it's true. Like the thing is, when we say Chelsea spent 2 billion, nearly, let's say 700 of that, like they haven't played a game. Esteval has not ever played a Premier League game. But it's like, so we signed him, we bought him, we were waiting 18 months. There's still other kids around that we're like waiting 18 months for. They're gonna come in 2026. Quenda, we bought for 40 million. He's never played a Premier League game. So it's like, I get the money thing, but it's all like making investments. When you put your money in stocks and shares, you don't look the next day and think, "Oh, I'm gonna be
No.
rich." Like
Yeah.
that's exactly how Chelsea are moving.
Chelsea,
In terms of
okay.
finishing above Arsenal, I just think Arsenal have done it consistently, innit? And I also disagree. I don't know what Chelsea fans said. We have the best like attack, but we don't. Midfield, I'll
It's up
happily
there.
take that. And
Up
I
there.
think yeah, it's up there for sure. But midfield, I'm happy with. Like I trust our midfield. But Delap has had one Premier League season. João Pedro has never actually played a full season as a number 9 in the Premier League, or maybe he did for Watford. I can't remember. I don't think so. But he's never been like a stamped number 9. Gittins, first season in the Premier League.
Yep.
Esteval, he's an 18-year-old coming from Brazil. Pedro Neto, we don't play to suit Pedro Neto. So it's like, I don't think the attack is as good as
You
people
know
say.
what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're actually being honest. So
Yeah, no, I'm 100% being honest.
these Chelsea fans probably might need to look at themselves. Then, okay, AJ,
Well, no,
with your team as well, right? Where do you think? I mean, what is your expectations for
expectations.
your team, and where do you think you guys will finish? You know what I
Ex-
mean? Looking at the squad right now,
I
you know what I
want
mean? Realistically,
expectations. I would like. Oh no. Expectations. What I would like aren't the same things. Expectations. I say 10th. Now for United, that means we've stopped conceding a lot of goals and we've scored a hell of a lot more goals than we have last season. That's what 10th means for us. 10th is probably where people like Crystal Palace and Brentford and all of those
so
teams.
wait. So sorry to cut you off. You think you guys will finish 10th?
I think. So wait, do you see what's mad? So 10th is even a mad. So I'm not expected to finish 10th. Where do you expect us to finish?
Oh no. I'm just obviously just
Hey,
a
one
question in
game
it
a
because
week,
obviously some
man.
United fans are saying they're making top 4. So I'm just trying to understand. You get
A
me?
lot of Man United fans don't play football. They haven't been on the pitch.
Say that again.
They don't, and if they have, it's in a very shitty capacity. I've watched what we've done, and you know what? Is a prime is it's probably further staples what I think about United. Rashford done an interview with Gary Lineker and Michael Richards, I think today or a couple of hours ago,
Today, yeah.
earlier
yeah,
today.
yeah.
And I've watched it.
It
I've already
came out.
watched it. 40 minutes of. It's lovely to see how one they approached him and how they received him and congratulated him in comparison to how everyone has slated him, told him he doesn't deserve the move. But a few things that Rashford has said. So that is the closest. It's probably the best source you can have it from. Someone that's been at the club probably nearly 10 years. Yeah, he said in the time in which, I think in the 9 years that he's been playing in the first team, he's had different managers, I think, or no, yeah, including interim managers. Yeah, for you to implement something, you need to stick by it. Yeah, Klopp first came to Liverpool, was not winning nothing, but you hear about what he done at the end, didn't it? Stuck by him, they trusted him, they let him get the players that he wanted, and they let him put forward the footballing ethos he wanted to carry out. They stuck by him, he's done it. Trying to think of Arteta. First came to Arsenal, he was not doing much. Okay, everyone was saying this isn't coming to Pep. Everybody laughed at it, and we laughed at it for years until it's come to the point where Arteta has now got Arsenal playing consistently good football, and on top of playing the good football that Arsenal probably always played, you're now getting results at the end of it. You can't expect a lot from somebody who's had chopping and changing managers. None of these players have been able to sit in a system and actually thrive knowing this is what I'm doing this time. Because in a year and a half's time, you've got a new manager with new thoughts, new ideas, new systems, new players getting frozen out. So I can't expect a lot from a manager that finished us in 15th, lost to Spurs in the final, managed a team that scored 44 goals and conceded. That it wasn't all him. Some of it, Amarin scored 44, conceded 54. There's not so many expectations you can have. I say 10th place simply because if I say anything higher than 10th, I'm a loser. Like to sit here and say Man United are going to go and outdo, because Spurs are still not dead. Yeah, I think Spurs' business in the window and what the manager that they've brought in, who's already accustomed to the Premier League, is now bringing in players and they're going to go and play in a very good team. And he's already got existing good players in his club. It's ridiculous. I feel like, who else is there? Chelsea. For me to sit here and say, yeah, we're going to finish 8th, is too close to the teams that say they're going to finish 4th and might drop off. We've still got Newcastle, who are better than Manchester United, Aston Villa, who proved to be better than Manchester United, Fulham, Brentford, Crystal Palace, all teams that you wouldn't even put in the top 4 that are better than Manchester United. So then it's like, if there's like 4 teams outside of the top 4, that's already 8 positions that aren't for Manchester United. I'm not going to say 9th because it doesn't sound like a nice round number. So I say 10th. That's my expectations. What I would like is we're in Europe next season. That's what I would like. But, hey, I don't know. With what we have and what we're buying, 10th should be achievable. And anything beyond that, if that's a European position, I'll be happy with. You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, bro.
I'm actually muted. My bad. What's good? I just said PK literally just joined us, so I'm throwing the same question at you, PK. Realistically, what do you think Man United will actually finish in this season? You need to take into account all the external factors as well.
Right
Where do you
now,
think United
there
will
aren't that
finish?
many external factors though. Majority of
Sorry?
external factors have been dealt with. So it's like, it's a mix of two things. I'll know where we're finishing based on how we perform against Arsenal on Sunday. But in terms of where we should finish, for me, I don't think he should be aiming less than top 4. That's the aim, yeah? We're playing one game a week, take each week as they come, and you should be able to field your best players. We've given you a whole new brand new front three. Hopefully by the end of the season as well, sorry, the end of the window, you're probably going to get your Baleba and another goalkeeper, fingers crossed, yeah? So you've already addressed majority of the issues. One of the main issues we had last season was goals, right? You've got a whole new front three. Arguably, it's only been a 6 out of 10 transfer window because these 3 players didn't arrive at the start of preseason, right? If they were there from the beginning, he doesn't have any excuses. That's the only blame I'm giving him. So I say he should be aiming for top 4 minimum, but realistically, he'll probably end up finishing 8th. But I have to see how we play against Arsenal first to see. I hear what AJ's saying about these mid-table clubs that are doing very well, but a lot of these mid-table clubs haven't actually strengthened. Like, I don't know who Villa bought. I don't recall who Brentford have bought. They've rather sold players. They've lost their manager. I don't see them doing that well this season. Yeah.
Yeah. No. That was a good shout.
Spurs might creep up there because Thomas Frank is a good manager, and if they manage to pull off Eze, yeah, and Savinho, then they've got a very good attack. So they might creep up there. Brighton, they've let go of João Pedro, and we know Welbeck can't play a full season. He'll most likely get injured, and he only averages around 10 goals a season anyway. So I don't know how well Brighton will perform. They normally tan us like every season, but I don't see them performing that well this season, right? Who else is there? Fulham, we actually performed okay against them last season, even though Amram just landed. I don't see them being a problem. For me, it's most likely going to be, I'm struggling to name the mid-table teams that might pose a problem. Who did I mention? I mentioned Fulham, Brentford. Oh, I
Okay,
didn't
you're
mention
not
Brentford.
scared of the new look Everton, yeah?
Oh, get out,
Uh,
man.
What?
I
Jack
mean,
Grealish?
well,
But like,
go on.
what's called? Let's focus more on Manchester United. Though. But you've made some good points of what AJ has been saying throughout the whole show, really. So I'm taking as you do agree with AJ as in the highest you probably finish is 10th.
No, I think the highest will finish. No, I feel like a realistic place will finish 8th. But again, it still depends on the other teams. If the top 6, if we say top 6 are Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Spurs, perhaps, Liverpool, yeah, as top 5, and then maybe one more, newcomer, then we'll probably finish 7th, 8th, yeah, based on just what I'm seeing in preseason and whatnot. When we go into the game weeks, then I might have a more accurate depiction of where we'll actually finish. But he shouldn't be aiming for less than top 4. You're playing one game a week. A lot of the other teams are going to be playing multiple games a week. He's been complaining about how he hasn't had enough time to instill his style of play through training. Now you've got ample time. You've got the first team who will literally be always ready because you're giving them a whole week to rest every single week, right? And even then, we've still got a lot of competition in the front 5 positions anyway. So realistically, there shouldn't be any issue. The only issue I can see is if we don't land Baleba and there's a massive injury in the midfield. Because
What
the
would your
midfield,
starting midfield be, though, in your opinion?
okay, so if we do, so is this without Baleba or with
Without.
Baleba?
Like,
Wow.
currently
Just with the
today,
players you have.
This is a bit controversial, but for me, I don't want Bruno in the pivot. I actually want Casemiro Ugarte in the pivot, and I want Bruno higher up. That's what I'll prefer.
so
Because
who
I don't-
misses out? Cunha, Mbuemo, or Sesko?
one of them. But that's the thing. Like, I know the way that he's probably thinking is that he wants Kobe to take Bruno's place when Bruno leaves, but Bruno's too good a player to have him out of the squad straight away. So he's trying to have Bruno in the pivot with somebody like a Baleba next to him. Right now, we have to settle with Ugarte, right? So that Bruno can teach Kobe what he needs to do when he eventually takes that position. Hence why he didn't get rid of him, but he made sure that we recruited 3 new front attackers. That's what I believe he's doing, right? So eventually Bruno will get pushed out, probably next summer, he'll probably have to go, along with Casemiro. We'll bring in another midfielder. Kobe will take Bruno's position, and then the new pivot would be Kobe and Baleba in the middle, right? And then Cunha, Sesko, and Buma will still be the front 3. That's most likely what the plan is in the future. But right now, it's looking like a Bruno and Ugarte midfield. Even though I don't think Ugarte is that great a baller, I prefer it to be Baleba because Baleba will give you what Ugarte brings, but then also give you the composure of Kobe, right? But if I had to pick based on the current team, I'm picking Casemiro and Ugarte as a double pivot.
Interesting. And finally, not to take over, AJ complained about the defense. Like that was his main thing in it. Like he hates the defense. You haven't strengthened. Do you think that's going to be a problem?
Not really. I understand why his main gripe with the defense is that we're playing three at the back.
Yeah, and Lissandro's like,
Yeah, Lissandro. The thing is, yeah, if I had to actually pick, I think he would actually be more suited to be playing in the middle because
Yeah.
as central centre back.
Oh.
Because when you look at his qualities, right, and if you look at the way Amrin plays at three at the back, that central centre back tends to press really high, and then also has to be good on the ball to get the ball in a half turn and then play the pass. But then I think what he actually wants is for the left centre back and right centre back to push up high, and then the central centre back to also push up high, so that they are actually that midfield player. So the two in the midfield, what tends to happen is one of them will be an advanced 8, you could say, like Bruno. So they never really sit. Then the other one is
yeah,
just there to break up play and they sit. But then that gap that's left, the central centre back is meant to take up that gap. And then him and that holding midfielder will become that 2. And then the left centre back and the right centre back, when they push up, it effectively becomes that back 4. That's how he wants to play, right?
Okay.
So
Do you
if you
hear
look
what
at the
you
way...
do you hear what you just described? A back
It's basically a
4.
4 at the back, but
Exactly.
I know...
It's fucking
But
stupid.
wait. It's a 4 at the back in possession, right? Most teams, they play a 3-1-6 in possession anyway, or a 3-2-5 in possession anyway. So the 3 at the back for me is not the issue. It's just about, he wants to flood the team with attackers. So he wants 5 attackers on the pitch at once. So that's your front 3 and the 2 wing backs, right? That's how he wants to play. I don't fully agree with it. If it works, then it works.
Just
Yeah,
like
but
we
that's how he
drank
wants to play.
goals. Just like we drank goals like it was Azul. Because you got to flood the pitch with attackers and midfielders that don't want to defend, and on top of that, have your wing backs. And this is another gripe here. Wing backs are supposed to be fullbacks that have great composure, not wingers who are now playing and doing defensive duties. That is not how a wing back should work. In having Ahmad as a right wing back, yeah, he can win the ball and is tenacious, but you need to give him the freedom to go and be an attacker. Liverpool have done the right thing in signing someone like Frimpong. Now, if Liverpool done the 3 at the back thing, it makes sense because you've got Kirkes, who is a very competent left back as well as great on the ball, and you've got Frimpong, who is, I don't know much about his defensive qualities, but an amazing attacking asset, as was Trent.
Yeah, I think
Those
I
kind of
think
things
he's
make
more of a
sense.
wing back anyway.
We're doing this with Dalot and Mazouari.
Hold on. Dallo, I understand your gripe with him. Don't see him as because he's not going to start. He'll only play when Ahmad is not available.
No,
That
but-
right wing back
but-
is Ahmad's position.
No, but Ahmad's not. He's a right winger. Like, for instance,
I agree with you, but it's like, at least on the left-hand side, you've got Dorgu, who
is a left
obviously
back,
was
and
second
I
choice.
accept that. Yeah, I accept it on the left side because we've got a left
Yeah.
back doing the left wing back job. He's composed on the ball, but it's like saying Mbeumo in the Brentford system should play right wing back. Our most, I'd say, piercing forward was Ahmad before he got injured, and we've got him doing the job of right wing back.
and he's also not a touchline player. That's what I don't get about you lot's system, because
Well,
to play
Ahmad,
that
right?
right wing back role, you need Ahmad on the touchline, like getting the white on his boots.
Yeah.
But
But
Jeff, if
he's
you
just
deep
inside.
here, whenever he's been very, very effective, he starts on the touchline, he dribbles in and cuts in anyway. That's
But
why I
then-
don't mind him being
But
there.
then
When he
he's
plays in
going to take the
10,
same space that Mbeumo's taking. That's the thing, because he's going sort of diagonally inside.
I agree. That's the coaching thing. So it depends whether Mbeumo and Ahmad are capable of adapting and
So they're
combining.
They're
Well,
both left-footed wingers.
yeah,
One
that's what
to
I'm
cut in.
saying.
They're both going to want to occupy the same places. I agree.
Literally.
But chances are, what they'll do is they'll probably interchange. It'll probably be a thing where you might see in the game the lineup is Ahmad as the right wing back and then Mbeumo as the right 10.
Yeah.
But then when you actually see them play, they'll probably interchange and perform each other's duties to be more fluid, perhaps. I don't know, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Otherwise, I have to get somebody to be a right wing back. and then Ahmad and Mbeumo can fight out for the right 10 position. If you get.
And that makes more sense because if I'm in Bremer and I've scored 20 goals and got 15 assists, I think it was the last season. There's no fucking way on God's green earth you're telling me, yeah, by the way, go and mark, I don't know, who's a great left winger. Go and mark Eze. No, I'm not doing that. That's not my job. Are you an idiot? Why do you want me on the edge of the halfway line instead of in the attacking?
But I feel like that's a problem that can be addressed in the summer following this season. The most pressing thing was the attack getting some goals in, the midfield and the goalkeeper, right? The right wing back is an issue, but it's an issue that can be fixed later down the line.
It's an
That's
issue.
why I'm not too stressed about it.
Have a back.
Like, it's something that it'll probably creep up in the games. Like, we'll see that this Ahmad and Mbeumo thing might not work long term. Let's actually get a right wing back that can be the starter for that position and then send Dallo out. Something like that, for example, right? For me, Frimpong was right there. We should have tried harder to get him. He would have been ideal for that position, but Liverpool slapped him. It is what it is, right? There'll probably be another one. We're looking at what's it, Nini Dorgeles or whatever his name is, as a potential option for right wing back. That might be addressed in the summer. I'm trusting Vivell here to find a good
We're
alternative.
staying in the summer. We're in the summer, by the way.
Yeah, but we need to get Baleba over the line, bro. I need to see Baleba and Donnarumma, bro.
What like PK? With these sort of signings you're talking about, I think United might need to sell first, and I think that's what you guys are struggling to do. I don't
It's
see you
more
guys
raising
signing anyone unless you have to sell. I think it's the same case with every other team, like Jeff mentioned with Chelsea as well. I think with the same with
Yeah.
Arsenal. So we need to get one out before we can actually get someone in. There's another question that I actually wanted to ask you guys anyway. Which manager out of obviously United, Arsenal, will be under pressure the most
Arsenal.
as it stands?
Arsenal.
Oh, 100% Arteta, I can't lie.
I agree.
He's got his
Like-
striker now. Like, that's
Yeah.
what everyone was saying. He's got his striker now. He's been backed in the market.
And you
Go
didn't
and
finish
win it.
15th. You didn't finish 15th last season and lose to Spurs in the final. There can't be any pressure on Amorim because he's already proven to not pull his weight. Right now, what we're doing is giving him the room to actually fix our perception of him. Everybody's got their perception of him, whereas with Arteta, the jury's not out yet. He's a very good manager and he's achieved good things with Arsenal. He's been dying for this one thing. He's now got the one thing he was talking about. So, is it him or was it the lack of the striker? That is what the season is for you. But
Yeah.
it's sort of
Can we circle back to what you said about he's achieved good things at Arsenal? What has he achieved?
as in you've dragged them from being 6th, 4th, and Champions League 4th merchants to consistently causing a problem for the first whoever is finishing first.
So now instead of them being 4th place merchants, they're 2nd place merchants.
So you know what, yeah,
Hey, is it more money? Is it
I'm
more
glad
money in second
AJ
place?
actually brought this up. You know, I'm glad AJ brought this up because obviously, objectively looking at it, if you actually want to banter, cool, I hear it. But if you have a look at what was called Arteta said, what the board said when Arteta first signed, they said he has 5 phases, whereby after the 5th phase, Arsenal will be challenging for the title. To me, if I'm looking at it objectively,
You are challenging for the title.
after the 3rd season, we started to challenge. So that means we
Well, that's already a
ahead of...
mentality issue.
No. Give me 1 second. Let me finish. That means
Challenging, is that it? That's the be all end all.
no.
You
Let
just
me finish.
challenge.
No. Well, he said more than that. He said He said challenge and winning after the 5th season, right? After the 5th phase. So looking at it objectively, he has actually overachieved, and I think Arsenal were
Over, bro.
no, wait 1 second. Overachieved because we were what's the word I'm looking for? Ahead of the curve. Let me just put it as that. We were ahead of schedule where we're meant to be, looking at what's called Arteta's own objective. So you could still laugh and be like, oh yes, we're still third, second 3 times in a row. But like, if I'm looking at it that way, that means this season he's definitely under pressure because he said it himself. After the 5th season, I'm going to challenge and win trophies. So I do agree with you guys. Arteta is the most under pressure.
So this is his 6th season he's going into right now.
not fifth, because he came in at halfway through the first season. So if you look at it in that basis, then it's sort of like that.
No, this is
fifth.
his sixth season because he finished
No,
eighth.
no.
Then
Like,
he
it's 5
finished
years
fifth.
and 9 months. If you look at it, it's 5 years and 9 months. I've had a look at it. Trust me. Don't worry.
Wow. On a
It's 5 years and 9
technicality.
I
months.
know,
But like,
but
if it,
in all
but
honesty,
I'm saying, like, this season, I think
Wait,
Arsenal
let's
should
just
be
count
winning the
his league
title.
positions. Yeah, he finished
Sorry?
eighth when he took over from Emery. Yeah, then he
Yeah.
finished eighth again. Then he
Yeah.
finished fifth, and now he's
Yes.
finished what, second 3 times?
Yeah, like I'm saying, he came from halfway through the.
yeah, so they're not counting the
through
first season that you're saying eight.
But
Well, that's still
let's just
5.5,
say,
no?
which, yeah, exactly, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
that's what he
5
said, 5
years
and 9 months.
and 9 months. But like,
So this
from
this is
the
his sixth
what I've
full
said,
season that he's
right?
going into now.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you want to say that.
So this is
But
what, phase 6. Have
from
you?
what
Is it?
I'm saying right now, yeah,
They're
he's
breaking the
This is
basically
phase
scales.
6, yeah.
no 5. This is still for
Wait,
phase
was
5.
the phase one like each year? One
Yeah,
phase
each
a
year, each year.
Okay.
Each year was phase 1. So well, if you look at it objectively, he's done what he said he was actually going to do. But Arsenal were just, you know what I mean? What's the one before? What's the one ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Let's just put it as that. So people can banter and say phase 6, but I'm looking at it based on what the board and Arteta set out to do. But right now, there's no more excuse. This season, we need to win a trophy. To me, ideally, league, because that's what I'm looking at.
I feel like, yeah,
What's it called FA Cup, I'll be more than happy. But ideally league, because that is what we actually set out to do, and we should actually achieve that. Because there's no way we should be finishing second 4 times in a row and then maybe we finish third. So yeah. So with that, I agree with you guys on it, but I still think pressure is on Finn as well. What's his name? Amarin. Because right now, yeah, you could say he hasn't, granted, he hasn't gotten the players he probably might want defensively, but United have actually backed him with in terms of attacking players. And you guys, what you guys lacked last season was scoring goals as well. So the pressure is also the Amarin. With Jeff, with your manager, he might have a little bit of pressure because now, you know what I mean? A lot of people are looking to see what he can do with this team
We
now.
block out the noise. We block out the
No.
noise.
I'm just saying, a lot of people are looking to see what he could do with this team because
We block out the noise. You can't hear it.
last season before December-ish, you know what I mean? A lot of Chelsea fans were kind of singing, we might be, you know what I mean? Might be winning the league or something, but it actually didn't happen in the end. But yeah, let's move on to this other question, really and truly. Let's have a look at what's called Liverpool. I don't think we've actually mentioned them. Yes, I did say Arsenal should win the league, but I don't think Arsenal are the favourites to win the league this season. I still think it's Liverpool. What do you guys think about Liverpool and what they've done?
I think.
Oh,
go on. You go first.
I was gonna say, I was speaking to my friend who's a Liverpool fan the other day, and he was in regards to the community shield thing, and they do lack squad depth in the midfield. So Gravenberch, we've all been singing his praises, and I feel like Gravenberch is now, but Gravenberch is to Liverpool what Rodri is to City. You take Gravenberch out of it, and they're not as sturdy. They're not as, I'd say, robust or rigid in the midfield, and that cost them. So with the business that they've carried out, unless they sign Isak, I won't say that they're 100% the favourites. Because
Why they not? Because they
are the current champions. I didn't Ekitike to that front three, yeah, and then that's a whole new that's a whole new system that they're gonna now be tampering with in the Premier League. I don't know how well him and Salah are gonna bounce off of each other, and I feel like he might hamper Salah because he's going to be finding his feet. When I've seen him play throughout pre-season and even in his just like Bambi on ice, I wouldn't have said, like, if I was Liverpool, of Ekitike and Sesko, maybe it was a money thing, Sesko was the better purchase. So throwing someone in there that's not going to be the wall that Salah needs to bounce off of to continue getting his goals. I'm not going to sit here and say Liverpool are still the favourites. I feel like it's a toss-up between Arsenal, Chelsea and
The bookies are saying
Arsenal,
Liverpool are the favourites.
Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City. Sorry, those three. It's going to be a more competitive season regarding City's, because City have made very good reinforcements and purchases this season. I don't know when Rodri's back though, but I feel like
Yeah,
they
he
are
got injured.
October, I think September, October-ish.
okay. So
Yeah.
I feel like City have made good purchases and they're a good football team regardless. Casting out what they've done in the Club World Cup, because that's just bona fide friendlies in my opinion. I don't feel like that's something you should judge a team's success on moving forward with. But
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
Hold on. First of all, the Club World Cup, and I'm not even saying this because we won it, but that is going to be the Super Bowl of football. That's
yeah,
the
okay,
like
but Jeff,
Yeah, in 10 years maybe, mate.
Jeff,
In 10 years maybe.
you can't be a hypocrite. You said 3 games change what people say Chelsea's done. So if you're gonna
Yeah,
say,
But
I
you need to
still can't
understand
find me.
the financial impact because they won 100 million from that. Bro.
100
yeah,
million,
no, of course. But what I'm saying is, if we're gonna sit here and say Chelsea should now be, because Jeff doesn't want to call Chelsea title contenders off the basis of beating the Premier League champions in the final. So that is why I'm calling it bona fide friendlies.
But no one's gonna say, "Oh, you beat Flamengo and you beat Fluminense and you beat Palmeiras." Like, no one really cares, innit? We beat PSG. Tactically, we like outmaneuvered PSG, which is fair enough. But going back to Liverpool, interesting enough, I think tactically is the issue because with Liverpool, you've now bought Kirkes and Frimpong. They want to go forward.
Both of them.
You've got Van Dijk and Konate. We don't know his contract situation, but it doesn't look like he'll sign. That midfield isn't good enough to allow both fullbacks.
Even in the midfield right now as well. Gravenberch, McAllister, and who?
Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai.
Right.
But it's like
Looks
you
like
have
he
to
might
fit in
start.
Verts because Verts will play the
Verts is
10.
gonna start.
So it's Verts and 2 others. Let's say
Yeah,
Verts,
that's what I'm
Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. I don't think that's good enough defensively. I just don't see it working because the old Liverpool, you had Trent and Robertson going up, but you had that midfield three. Fabinho, solid. Hendo, solid. Milner was there, or whoever else was in that third role. But now Verts is here. Verts is like a great player, but I think he's a
He's not a
luxury
defense.
player.
He's
He's
luxury
another
player.
luxury maverick player, yeah. Like
Yeah,
you have to
like-
really start to
You saw in the
cover him.
Community Shield, Verts is not trying to do the hard yards. Like, he's not trying to track back. He's not really trying to do that. So then you have to think of who's going to cover for him. So Szoboszlai then has to start. Gravenberch then has to start. But then you're not using, like, Frimpong can't go up.
Yo,
when
then you
Kirkes-
McAllister.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then the 2 fullbacks can't go up together. Kirkes, he's all right defensively, but he's active, innit? You want him up and down. Frimpong, he's
I
not.
personally feel like that signing of Verts was extremely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
it was.
Hold
It
on.
was.
Why? This is news to me
Because-
because everyone
No,
be raving about him.
He's not an 8, bro. He's a 10. And he's one of
Yeah,
the
exactly. And
10s.
that's what he played in the Community Shield. He played
I'm
for
aware,
10.
but my
Gakpo was
point
on the
is Liverpool always played a 4-3-3 where they have 2 8s and a 6. Right.
Yeah.
So to play him there, you're sacrificing that, especially when you got
change your
2.
team.
Yeah, especially when you got 2 like fullbacks who like to bomb forward, like we said before. They literally try to do a profile copy and paste, you know, in order to get Kirkes and Frimpong in, right? But at least Frimpong tracks back, unlike Trent does, yeah. So they've improved in that sense, right? You can argue about how much Trent used to, you know, contribute going forward, but at least Frimpong tracks back, right? But you changing that, now they have to go from a 4-3-3, which is what they always played, to playing a 4-2-3-1. I don't know for sure if that's going to be an ideal change.
They were
because
playing that
now,
last season though, to stop you from that. They were playing that last season. It was supposed to like playing
Yeah, but Szoboszlai is way different from Verts. You don't have maybe
Exactly,
the
I
same
get what you mean.
quality on the ball, but Szoboszlai is like, he's
More
all
robust.
around, he's
He's
active.
more robust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Salah? Like, if you deep it, Salah for Liverpool last season didn't track back. They kept him high up the field. Szoboszlai was running to the right to track Salah's man and stuff. Verts isn't doing that. So you lose defensive balance. I think it's a real problem for Liverpool. I can't lie. In pre-season, they conceded like 3+ goals in almost 3 games. Community Shield, they conceded 2 to Palace. Like, I think is a big problem for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Like, on paper, it looks good, but we're not playing FIFA in it. Like
Yeah.
teams will exploit that space because Gravenberch isn't a 6. So Bosley really works hard, but he's again not a holder. He's not a sitter.
They
So
haven't got a DM. They haven't got.
I think it's a big
Well,
problem.
no, it's true. And that's what DM Liverpool do not
Even
have.
their attack for me is a bit confusing because yes, you've got rid of Luis Diaz, and sadly Jota died.
Nunes
RIP.
has always gone.
And then you've also lost Nunes, right? And then you signed Ekitike. You're trying to sign Isak. You've got Gakpo there, and then you've got Salah. I don't know how a front three of Ekitike, Isak, and Gakpo would work with Salah as well.
No, it
Like,
doesn't.
I'm not too sure who plays where. Gakpo, I guess he's gonna play in the left wing.
On the
Yeah.
left,
Yeah.
no, definitely on the left, like he did on Sunday.
And this
then
is
where
what
does
I'm
And
saying.
then what is it? Ekitike and Isak like trying to compete for number 1 spot? Obviously, out of the two, Isak's the
Isak
more
starts.
flourishing, so he has to start. So what? Ekitike's gonna be riding bench for how long? Like, it's a bit confusing to me. Like, obviously, when Salah goes to AFCON, maybe Gravenberch goes on the right. I've never seen him play on the right, and then
You
Ekitike
mean
goes on the
Gakpo?
left. I don't know, but that's another weird conundrum they got going on.
They-
This
they
is what I
don't-
said.
okay.
Ekitike is not going to be the signing that Liverpool, especially if they sign. It's very, very rare, apart from when Man City done it with having Dzeko, Aguero, Negredo, and I can't think, maybe that was it, yeah?
Even they
Or
played
someone
a
up.
2 though as well. Yeah.
Yeah. To
Yeah,
have him to
Aguero's playing more
sign
as
two,
like the second
to
striker.
sign 2 starting number 9s is crazy work. So, and even if they don't sign Isak, which will be at their detriment because
I
they,
don't think they can get him anyway.
nah, I feel like they can because they're selling.
No. Newcastle will start
That's-
strong on that. But yeah, we'll talk about that.
I feel like you've not bought the bounce board that Salah needed in buying Ekitike. And I didn't even think about the concept of Wirtz. Wirtz is now a 10, so cool. That you got Salah going up, Wirtz going up, Ekitike going up, Gakpo going up. That's what 4 players going up. And then you've got Gravenberch, or McAllister, who's probably likely to be part of that attacking going forward. You've got 5 players. I don't even know if you have 5 players sitting back because you've got Frimpong or Kirkes who would have gone up with that. So you've got 2 centre backs.
Frimpong can't defend. Like,
So
Thank
you've
you
got
for
2
saying
centre
that,
backs, 2 centre
because
backs,
he's
and
not
1
right back
fullback
anyway.
and 1 DM to defend. They're going to leak goals. This is my. This makes me happy though because Liverpool, I hate them. So that's fine.
All right. So from what I'm hearing, you don't think Liverpool are going to win the title then?
I think it's going to be a toss-up between City and Arsenal and Liverpool. Liverpool, if they start like they ended, then 100% cool. If everybody ignores pre-season, then Liverpool and Arsenal are still tossing up first and
I
second.
think Chelsea will be a
Genuinely,
dark horse.
Who?
Chelsea. I think they'll be a dark horse.
I feel like they've got too many new additions for things to work smoothly immediately in the Premier League. Because I
So,
don't know.
okay.
I can't sit here and call out their starting 11 and say, yeah, that's going to go and win the league.
yeah.
I mean, what would you say about that one though?
For me, there's too many moving. There's too many
I
moving
mean,
parts.
because what's it called? AJ's talking about about your team right now.
The team is
I
great,
think,
by the way. I'm not downplaying it.
No. I agree with you. I think there's games where it will be tight and you need your number 9 to step up in it. João Pedro's done that so far, but I don't know if this is a hot streak because last
Yeah,
season
yeah.
João Pedro scored I think 10 goals, but only 5 non-penalty goals. So he's not exactly like a prolific scorer in it. This could just be, you know what, he's straight away.
He's not the most prolific scorer, but bear in
Yeah,
mind,
he's
sometimes
not.
he's not in the starting 11 because Welbeck is playing, or
Injuries.
he's playing a 2-man up top. I never saw him as like a
He wasn't a 9. He
out and
played
out
it
9.
behind the striker and he was
Yeah.
drifting to the left and stuff like that.
That's how
And
I
then
saw him.
Delap.
So it's interesting seeing him in that position, but I feel like he outshines the lap every time he's
Oh,
playing.
easily.
Yeah, no,
I feel
100%.
like Liam Delap was hype. It's British hype. That's all it was. Because I've watched him play and he just runs into centre backs after the ball's gone. He's a liability.
No.
He
Don't
is
take away the goals he scored for Ipswich.
No,
bro.
with the lap, with the lap.
Don't take away the goals he scored
He's
for
got
Ipswich. He
really
scored
good movement,
goals.
I can't lie.
Yeah.
But he's like, he hasn't learned the game yet. Like, he's still
Oh
just
no.
runs
He's still
into-
learning his game.
Yeah, he still does silly things in it. So he's not
Yeah.
someone I'm relying on, like, oh, he's
to
going to
lead
take us
you
to-
It
to
just
lead
reminds
you
me
to,
of
to challenge for a
Ed
title.
Ferguson.
That's ridiculous.
It just reminds me of Evan Ferguson, bro. When that guy broke out and was scoring a few goals here and there, they were
Yeah.
telling
No,
they
but the
were
thing is, Evan Ferguson was more talented than Liam Delap was.
Yeah, I can agree.
probably, yeah.
So,
But they were
so
saying
with
that this
that
guy should
one,
be Man United's next signing. Like it happens all the time. Like
I told
when
you,
they
British hype, English.
yeah, it happens all the time. He's a Man
It's
United
just the
player.
injury, though. Come on, Evan Ferguson, not just the injury, to be honest. He's
No,
been very
hopefully he'll
unlucky with
bounce
the
back.
injuries.
But again, that's just another example. Like, bro, even Jared Brantwaite. Yeah, obviously we're moving away from attackers, but this is the one. It's
Yeah.
like a
I don't really
general.
rate
Like,
him like that, but yeah.
it happens all the time. You see these British guys that have like a decent season, and we all know about that first season wonder stuff, right? People land in the Prem first season, and because
Nobody knows
people
who
are
you
not
are.
like
You shine.
yeah, no one knows who you are. You shine. People don't know how to deal with you. Then the second season comes, everyone's seen what you do, and then you fall off a cliff.
Mm.
So who knows?
Okay.
But
Yeah, I'm not
that's
sure.
Man United DNA. Like we've got a fetish for young English white boys. I'm being deadly serious. Like
Let's
Wayne
not
Rooney,
start on Man
ever
United again because
since
I know this is gonna carry on. AJ, I know he's gonna carry. Just give me 1 second.
it's
You know
hard,
what,
man.
yeah?
It's hard work.
No. We've all said it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna start asking everyone for their top 4 then, because right now everyone is saying, you know, what I mean, different teams gonna win the league and whatnot. So, Jeff, let me start with you. What will your top 4 be? And obviously, like the champions, who's gonna be the champions and who's gonna be your top 4?
This is tough because I haven't thought about this. I think Chelsea will finish 4th.
Yeah,
I think after that, then you got 3 teams, and it just depends on
they can all
injuries.
win it. Yeah,
And form. Like our City really, City might bounce back. We don't know,
Nah,
innit?
I don't trust
I-
their defense.
Yeah, I don't trust their defense, but
have they not fixed their fullbacks though? They're
Nope.
in signing Ait Nuri, and
Nope.
did they
And
sign a
Nuri
right
is
back?
not a
no, they
defensive
wanted
fullback.
Livramento,
But
but
yeah,
yeah,
Jeff, sorry to cut it off.
no, it's calm.
You-
So
Wait, did City sign Livramento?
no, they want him,
Oh,
but Newcastle aren't trying to hear it. Yeah, I think my top 4, genuinely, I think Liverpool will still do it. They will concede a lot more, but I think they'll still
yeah.
do it. I think Arsenal 2nd, City 3rd, Chelsea 4th. But
Okay.
something deep down
Okay.
tells me that like Gyökeres is gonna come in and it's just gonna look different. But I can never say out of my mouth that Arsenal win the league. God forbid. I'm not ready for that. But
I don't think anybody can say that.
Calm.
yeah,
We
I'm
don't
just not,
trust you lot. We don't trust you lot enough to say that.
especially on record as well. Like I'm not trying to, but
Nah, it's cool. Listen, these are just your predictions, isn't it? And so,
Yeah.
AJ, what about you?
Again, same with Jeff. Chelsea definitely 4th. Like
yeah.
with what they've done, what they've achieved, and how exciting that the squad players that they have are. 4th is it's not a non-negotiable. I genuinely predict it and expect it. 3rd is I can see Arsenal disappointing and being 3rd.
Mm.
I can see Arsenal disappointing and being 3rd. I can see
Third.
Gyökeres. Yeah, I can see
Interesting.
Gyökeres. I can see just because of what I've seen from Gyökeres and his style of play and how he's interacted with the Arsenal team in game. Like I've seen him in spells in some of these preseason games, and I'm sorry you lot bought him, genuinely. Now he can come good and he can score 30 goals, but I'm telling you, just from technical ability, and maybe he's not sharp, maybe he's fresh off a holiday in Greece or something like that, like somewhere in Europe, but I can't see him coming in and see him coming in and changing enough for you more than, or bettering your team more so than it might take a bit for him to learn your team, learn the Premier League. Like I can see him being amazing next season. But this season, I can't see him landing in Prem and acclimatizing immediately. And I feel like that will hamper you because you're going to stick with it because you signed him to be your number 9. You've given him number 14. Essentially, he needs to play all your important games. And if he doesn't climatize straight away, it's going to be a big mess up because Havertz is really there, knowing the Premier League, scoring against most teams, capable. He just had an unfortunate injury last season. 3rd, I'm not 3rd. 2nd and 1st is Liverpool and Man City, either one. I can't tell you who's going to be where. Because Man City are giants in this football
Nah,
team.
I'm
Like
gonna need
everybody
you
has
to
to.
pick. I'm gonna need to pick a second and champion, bro.
I'm gonna
putting you on
pick.
the spot.
No, did City sign a right back? Do they have right backs?
No.
Nunes, Mateus Nunes is
That
the
is a centre mid. That is a centre mid that
yeah,
thought he was going
literally.
to be glitz and
Like
glamour
Angie might play
and
right
got
back. Who
fucked
knows?
and put right back. Okay, cool. I'll put City second because they haven't addressed a lot of their defensive issues, and I don't know how much longer they can live without Rodri. But they're not here to play games. Like some of the signings that they've made are. Furthermore, they're losing more than they're signing. Actually, they've lost Walker. Walker's gone west? Turkey, innit?
I'm
Or
not
something
entirely
like that.
sure. I might need to check that
No,
one.
no, Walker's gone Burnley. Also,
Burnley.
just
Oh
to
yeah,
Okay,
let
cool.
Stricker. Yes,
everyone know,
yes. You're right. You're right.
Spurs are beating PSG 1-0.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh yeah, literally. I wanted us to what's going.
All
I
right,
wanted
cool.
what's
So
this show to be quick, but
I'm
clearly
putting
not.
City. I'm putting City second
Yeah.
because they've got a lot of issues that they've not addressed, and they haven't bought a DM to my knowledge, which is very important to
Rodri
them.
is currently injured, but he'll be back
Yeah,
soon.
in not having like I don't know who they thought they were in thinking that no DM City is okay because Rodri didn't lose playing for Manchester City. You've lost him, you lot fell off a cliff. So cool. City second, and then somehow Liverpool are gonna concede too many
Liverpool to
goals, but
retain that. Okay. Alright.
I feel like they're gonna concede too many goals. This is why it's tough.
Slot might have to change things up, I can't lie.
Yeah, he
I
might
think
not. Yeah, he might have to force Wirtz to play in a position where he's more
Works to go
utilized.
left, Gakpo dropped, allow Kirkez and Frimpong to bomb up and then
Yeah,
stabilize.
because then Wirtz can do the inverted thing, and that
Exactly.
gives Kirkez the license
That's
to
how
go
I would
up
line
and go.
up. Yeah.
Fairs. Then cool. Liverpool, if they rejig their things, then cool. They can do.
All right, bet. So
Fuck them.
locked in Liverpool champions for you. That was called City second. What's called Arsenal third and Chelsea fourth. Okay, what about you, PK?
I'm gonna go completely against the grain. Yeah, I'm gonna say Chelsea first.
Amen.
Then I'm gonna say
He's holding the ball to the about the ball.
City. I think Arsenal will finish third. You know, I think City will finish.
What kind of order is this?
I know. I'm trying to figure out. I feel like Arsenal will finish third, not second. It's a
Yeah,
toss up
genuinely.
between City and Liverpool, who I think will adjust better. I think Liverpool actually finish fourth, and City will finish second.
Mm.
Okay, locked
For
in.
Chelsea,
So
what did I say? Chelsea, City,
City,
Arsenal, then Liverpool.
Liverpool.
God willing, man. God willing.
Okay. I think obviously I see it obviously differently. What's
Let
it
me
called?
hear it out your mouth. Let me hear it
Yeah,
out your
say
mouth.
it,
Yeah,
man.
I'm about
Say
to
it. I
say
want you to say
objectively.
it.
Wait, hold up.
Start with first.
Objectively speaking,
Start with who's
right?
finishing first.
Objectively speaking, if you finish second 3 times in a row, you're
Mm.
bound to win something at one
Oh,
point.
you're of
So
averages, yeah? Okay.
exactly. So I'm going with that. But at the same time, from what I've seen from my squad, from my team, and how we've actually improved where we needed to improve, I would say Arsenal to win the league.
Hey.
Second, let me finish. Second, I'll go for what's called Liverpool. Third, I'll go for Chelsea. And I think fourth might be Man City. But
Okay.
that's my top 4. And you know, we can come back to this
Yeah, I want to capture this
later
moment.
in the season.
Yeah.
And then,
With Arsenal, yeah.
But so okay, cool. Before we
It's
go,
the-
lads. Before we go, obviously, what's called like the Premier starting on Friday, and Chelsea, you're playing Palace on Sunday. But I
Yeah.
think the big game, what's called? I'll come back to you on that, Jeff. But I think the big game is this weekend. I just wanted to spend like a minute or two on it. Obviously, Man United, Arsenal. What do you think, guys? What do you think the results will be? Just a quick one.
You know what? We're playing at home, innit?
Yeah, 5 p.m. kickoff, I believe.
If we're playing at home, I generally believe it'll either be 2-1 United or be a 2-2 draw.
Wait, sorry. Come again. 3-1 United?
No, I said
2-1.
2-1 United. Yeah, if we're playing at home, or a 2-2 draw.
Mhm.
That's
What's
what
the
I
weather
believe
like?
I mean, you are playing at home. Yeah, 4:30 kickoff. So you are playing at home. Okay, so I'm guessing 2-1 United from you. AJ, what about you?
I'm checking the weather. Hold on.
Checking the weather. What's that got to do with anything? Hey, Jeff, let me see what you're gonna say.
No. I got my expect. It's going to be Game's gonna be abandoned. It's too hot.
Oh,
Hey, no,
Heat
that's not
wave.
what I was gonna hear.
I'm stunning.
Heat
What
wave.
are your predictions,
We have
mate?
to
Come on,
protect
tell
our
me.
players. We have to protect the players.
What are your predictions, AJ? Come on.
I think Arsenal are gonna win, man. I don't believe Gyökeres. In Jesus' name, Gyökeres doesn't score, but I still believe you lot win. No, I'm lying. I can't say that. That can't come out of my mouth. It's gonna be a draw. I feel like a 2-2 draw. Someone's gonna drag it back at the end, and we're gonna be deflated. That team will be deflated with the fact that they lost it in the end of the game. That's what I feel like it will be. I feel like there will be no bug. There will be no bragging rights after this game.
After the game. Okay. All right.
And I feel like if you lot don't beat us, Manchester United will feel a bit elevated moving forward, because I'm not going to even pretend you guys are what you can
Our
consider.
first 5 games are the hardest in the league.
It's what happens when you coin yourself the Red Devils. God's not with you.
Jeff, let me go to Jeff's prediction.
In my heart of hearts, man, I think Arsenal will win. I can't lie. I think it'll be 2-1. I just think Arsenal are like, they're an established gelled team now, innit?
Yeah.
And Arsenal seem to be able to grind out ugly results. And I don't think the game will be pretty. I think it'll be like a tough game, but I just feel like there's match-winning quality and like moments that, yeah, Arsenal will be able to grab it and win 2-1. But deep down, I want, like, I don't want none of you to win. Draw in. Yeah, I think Arsenal will win 2-1 still.
Okay. Me
What about you?
personally, obviously, I was going for a win, but we don't have a good record at Old Trafford anyway.
That is true.
So I'm leaning more towards a draw, like a 1-1 draw. I don't think the game will be as what people are expecting to be, like a spectacle.
Yeah,
No,
it's not gonna. It's not gonna be a crowd pleaser. It's not at all.
Yeah. But I think it's time Arsenal actually won at Old Trafford. So
No, it's not.
I'll give it like a 2-1. Like 2-1 or 1-0. That's what I think is gonna happen. So with that in mind, Jeff, you guys are playing against Palace
Yeah.
on Sunday. Obviously, I know Palace are a top side to actually play against now.
Very tough.
What do you think your the results will be? You're playing at home as well, so
yeah, I think we will win, but I think we are helped with the fact that Palace's 2 out of the 3 Palace's best players are unsettled and want to move. So Gurhi, let's see if he gets his move to Liverpool. Let's see if he plays. Let's see if they like risk an injury. And Eze with the Spurs links, with the Arsenal links, just think they'll be a bit unsettled. But Palace do scare me a bit because obviously FA Cup winners, Community Shield winners, they beat City and Liverpool to
get
win.
those accolades.
So the way they play, we all know they're gonna sit back. They're gonna be in that 5. They're gonna counter. Sar's gonna carry the ball. Eze's gonna carry the ball. Mate's gonna run in behind. It will be difficult, but I think form and like confidence play a big part. And I just think Chelsea feel like they're on top of the world. So yeah,
Top of the World Cup.
literally. So I think we'll win. But I think the speculation and stuff helps us a lot. So 2-0.
Hey.
Yeah, I think 2-0.
you know what? I think that game might end up a draw.
Yeah, you want that, innit?
No, it's not because I want that. I think it's only because of how what's called Palace play with the back 5 and the wing backs. They know each other's job.
Yeah.
And I think against Liverpool too, they had joy against Liverpool's back 4 during the thing, like the counter attack. So if they play a similar sort of game against you, I think they might have a bit more joy. But I think because you guys are playing at home as well.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you guys the win. I'll give you guys the win, like a 2-0 or 2-1. I'll say. But yeah, lads, it's been 1 hour and 40 minutes. You know what I mean? It's a Wednesday evening, so I would like for you guys to go out there and enjoy your Wednesday evening, and I appreciate you guys joining.
Thank you for having me.
Take the yards.